Oh,
And Kule.
Kule.
That's how it's pronounced in Hawaii, and it means water lay. And it's also named after one of their stories of a little princess. My dad used to call me Little Princess because that's where my name came from.
Kule means little princess.
In Hawaii.
So here you call it Kylie.
Yeah, he called me Kaylee, but yeah. Kaylee.
But the actual pronunciation is supposed to be Kule. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Jarvis. I'm with the Cass County Community Health Initiative. Please subscribe to Desai Irishman channel and get all the news about Logansport in our community.
All right. Okay, let me start the show again. My name is Richmond Desai. My YouTube channel is Desai Richmond from Logansport, Indiana, and I encourage you, the people of the Logansport community, to subscribe on my YouTube so that I can be able to bring more people from Logansport that have amazing stories, inspiring stories. And of course, today here I'm with Kylie Jarvis from Logansport, still Indiana, and I'm so happy to see you again. Thank you for agreeing to meet me.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so I'll let you also introduce yourself however much I did. So
okay. My name is Kaylee Jarvis. I'm with the Cass County Mental Health Initiative. We do mental health events here in our Logansport area to raise awareness, not just for mental health, but for suicide prevention as well.
Well, thank you again, Kylie. What's your history with Logansport? How long have you lived in Logansport?
I was born and raised here. I left for a decade and traveled around a bit. I stayed primarily in West Lafayette and raised my youngest. And then it's been 4 years ago, I moved back. I moved back to be closer to my community and help more.
Wow, that's good. So it's been a few years, good years.
Yes.
Of Logansport. How have you found Logansport as a community in general?
It is a good community. There's a lot of people for the betterment of Logansport and a sense, what's the word? We have a sense of coming together with those in need and helping those that need things. And we have a lot of resources available and things like that if you know where to look.
Okay. How long have you been running this mission of the mental health?
I lost my daughter. It'll be 5 years, March 5th, to suicide. A year after I lost her, we started a tattoo event. And with that, it has snowballed to what it is now, 3 years. We'll have our 4th year next year on the 20th, and the June 28th will be our 4th year.
Oh, so I'm so sorry again about the loss of your loved daughter.
Yes.
And it's a good thing with the mission you're doing. You know, I know it's helping a lot of people, especially in the community of Logansport.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your daughter, like the history before when she was still alive? Like, what was your relationship with her?
Well, she was born and raised here. She loved all kinds of things. She worked at the local coffee shops like Black Dog, and that when she got older, she was into makeup. She loved anime movies, big in the 90s movies, cartoon movies. That might have been my fault, but she was loved by everyone. She had such a good sense of community. When she worked at Crossroads, she would stay after when the NA and the AA meetings were and talk to them about addiction and things like that because of what I experienced having a father that had addiction. She worked at Starbucks. Before she passed, she was getting ready to go back into college to become a large animal vet. This was her hometown, and she loved her family and friends fiercely and would do anything for them.
Wow, we lost a very beautiful soul like that. You know, it's still sad that we lost an amazing person like that. But you know, God has reasons why things happen. You know,
the universe is bigger than we understand.
That is true, and maybe that's why you're here today, helping other families not to get through the same situation. You know,
I hope I can. I really do.
You are doing a great job. I mean, and you're helping many people, especially people who are watching out there going through the same situation. I'm pretty sure they're learning and knowing that suicide leaves a lot of families heartbroken.
It does. Grief is not something you get over, it's something you adapt to. Holidays are especially tough. If you need help or struggling yourself, dial 988. If you're stranded on the side of the road, you can dial 988 and they will talk to you and help you with whatever you need.
I think people are coping up with that out there because I always tell some of my friends like how people who commit suicide sometimes they have that challenge they're going through, but they don't think on how they're going to leave their loved ones
Right.
because they leave that burden to their loved ones forever.
Right.
And
there's signs of that when it comes to suicide, like giving away important items to themselves, or if you haven't heard from them for a while and they all of a sudden, want to meet, it's like their last goodbye. But hindsight is 50-50, and you don't actually see that until it's all over with sometimes. But if you're trained or you keep those things in mind, then you're likely to prevent it. Suicide is one of the most preventable things. It's just a lot of us get overwhelmed and things like that. I myself am a suicide survivor. I survived suicide. And I can understand why it happens. People don't get that it is such an excruciating pain, not just mentally, but mentally can affect you physically. And it's physical as well. And you just want it over. But you got to realize it's temporary and you will get through it. You will adapt. You just got to find the resources and the help you need. Mental health needs to be priority.
Yeah, that's so true. I agree with you on that. And with you said you've been a survivor.
Yes.
Could you tell me, like, or tell someone, like, what challenges that brought you to that situation? Like, what kind of challenges do you think?
I didn't have a support system like I do now. Support systems were important. I had a very poor support system. I didn't have anyone. I was crying for help and no one was listening. But this was back 15 years or so ago. We've advanced and we have so many more resources and things to reach out. We didn't have 988. We had a 1-800 number that wasn't very, advertised or not well known. Mental health was something taboo to talk about. People weren't as open about it. We need to erase that stigma associated with it and be open about our mental health. When we ask people, hi, how are you doing? People are afraid to answer actually how they are doing because of consequences.
That is true. Like, I believe if people were so open, even if you're going through a hard time, most time we do think that we are the only people facing challenges.
Right, we feel alone.
Yeah, but there are many people that go through the same challenges. But if you join forces and you let someone know, like, hey, you're not alone.
Right.
It changes. I believe
it changes their perspective.
That is true. And I believe it's so much like mental.
Yeah.
So some people just need to feel loved, to feel
exactly.
wanted,
Yeah.
So they can overcome that. So, like, how has life been for you since you lost your loved one? Like, how have you been coping up with life? Has it been an easy journey? I know it's been 4 years now along the road.
It's been good days and bad days, but with my nonprofit work and doing these events like the one I have in honor of her, Arena Palooza, where we have the $50 suicide awareness tattoos, the swag bags, the silent auction, and the music. I pour into that like I would if she's here. It helps me with my grieving and healing process.
So Arena Palooza, that's how it's called.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce it nice? What does it mean? How did you come up with? Why did you choose the name Arena Palooza?
Because her name's Serena, and we used to call her Rena, and then Lollapalooza. So we combined it and came up with Rena. I came up with Rena Palooza.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because I was wondering, I'm like, Rena Palooza, what could it mean? Something
Right.
like that.
Well, Lollapalooza means a festival of many things, which we have there. We have a silent auction, we have music, we have tattoos. Next year, we're offering a henna artist, more vendors. Almost all of the acts we had last year are coming back next year, and we added even more.
Wow. Do you have a specific date in the year when you always have these events?
It used to be around her birthday, but because of all the activities we as a community have with back to school and things like that, we have moved it, and next year it'll be on June 28th, 2025.
June 28th,
Yeah,
2025.
it'll be down here at the State Theater. It'll probably start about 9 o'clock ish. Don't quote me. We're still setting up a timeline and thing because it's next year. But yeah, as soon as I know more, we'll be posting it on our page.
Wow, that's amazing again. I'm very proud of you, with
Thank
the
you.
great work you're doing. Because I know as a person who has been challenged mentally too, when I see you doing something like this, I understand the value. You know, I understand the time you put in, the effort, the love, the passion. Because you're saving a life. You're
Yes.
changing life. You're saving a life every day, maybe every minute. Somebody knows that hey, these people are here today doing these tattoos because they lost their loved ones, and this is the pain they're going through. So it gives someone a mindset like, I don't want to put my family through that.
Exactly.
You have left the world, but then you've left many hearts broken.
Right.
Yeah. So again, have you got more people join your mission? Like, have you got more support?
Yes, I have. As I grow, we've like the first year we only raised 117 and we did 17 tattoos. Then second year we did 27 tattoos and raised $670. And this all went to another local mental health organization because I didn't set up my nonprofit yet. And it was the Cass County Zero Suicide Task Force. They also offer a lot of resources as well. They are a great nonprofit. I'm happy to also be a part of them. And then this third year, we did 38 tattoos, and we raised $1,570 for her scholarship.
Wow, that's so amazing.
It's a lot of growth in such a short time.
In such a short time, like I'm surprised. Uh, do you like do you talk to these people like especially within that organization you're having? Like, you call the people who are facing mental health. Do you talk to them?
Yeah, we have a monthly meeting for the Cass County Mental Health Initiative at Black Dog Coffee. Our next one is mid-January. I'll give you the date, and you can put that. And it'll be at 5:30 if anyone wants to be involved. And I'm hoping we can grow because the more we grow, the more volunteers we have, and the better we can affiliate and help with our community.
Oh, that's good. So you have it every month
Yes.
at the Black Dog Coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be amazing, especially if I get to know the time. I'll try to post it out there. So uh, maybe sometime I also get time and just come and look at these people.
We talk about the events we're doing. Like, we also have another event in June for men's mental health because June is men's mental health awareness, and we have a golf event. And the proceeds of that golf event go to a scholarship for a young gentleman going into trade school. We're hoping as we grow, we can do more events and offer more programs and things like that to help the community.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. So this men's mental health, who came up with that idea?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, and then a lot of people wanted to help with it, and so from there we have the event at the Logansport Golf and Event Center. Last year was our first year. We didn't raise a whole lot, but we learned a whole lot because not a lot of us knew anything about golf, but we knew men like to play it, and it's building of businesses and things like that. There's always golf battling, so we decided to go with that.
Yeah. That shows that you've gotten far with your mission. And also, when I talk about men, uh, it's true that men face a lot of challenges too mentally,
Yeah,
especially like maybe that caused, I think, like most time, like maybe
most
what?
men are majority of the percentage rate for suicide is men, and it happens a lot. And a lot of society sets up this thing where men are supposed to man up, not show emotions and things like that. And that's okay. You can. You are valid. It's okay. You should be able to express yourself freely in what you're going through, not keep things bottled up. We shouldn't be portraying that on men for them to man up or not to show their affections or quit crying and things like that. They should be allowed to express those freely.
That is true. Again, for the men out there, like I encourage you guys to come out and express your emotions, because even if you cry, it helps you, especially to
Heal.
heal. I know men, we are afraid of showing our weakness, which has
We
affected
view it
us.
as weakness. It shouldn't be viewed as weakness. It should be viewed as a strength to be vulnerable.
That is true.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, we hide that a lot, which ends up like affecting us, leading us to that situation. Because
Right.
I've been through that, like where I'm a kind of person that even if I'm broken, like I don't show it,
Right.
and I know how hard it is. I know how challenging it becomes in your mind, like you're fighting this, you're fighting that,
To have that
to heal
vulnerability.
yourself,
Yes.
But sometimes, like you say, when you meet people, they say, "How are you?" You talk to them,
Mhm.
it heals you. You feel like you're valued,
Right.
and it's very good for people also to know out there, like it's okay when you meet someone, say hi. You don't have to.
Smile.
Yes,
Compliment them. It costs 0% to be kind.
that is true. Like most people are not kind. Like you're gonna find we don't know what people go through.
Exactly.
So if you become mean to this person you don't know, maybe they've been facing challenges. Now maybe you being mean maybe contributed
To
to
that.
his or
Right.
her suicide quickly because
Right.
it stimulates
Right.
that idea, suicidal mind, like okay, maybe nobody wants me here.
Exactly.
So
It gives them a feeling of worthless instead of self worth.
that is true. So the way we treat our fellow humans, we should consider that so much. We should know, we should be knowing that everyone is wanted. Everyone needs our love. Because most times I believe all we need is just love, understanding, knowing that we are wanted.
Exactly.
Because you never know what someone is gonna
No,
be
you
in
don't.
future. They may need you today, but then because the world rolls around, you may need them tomorrow.
What you put out in this world, you get back in.
That is exactly true. So, personally, do you always you have a few tattoos?
Yeah.
Do you get a tattoo every time?
I do. I got two this year. My daughter drew the rose, and we added the semicolon because her name's Serena Rose Jarvis.
Oh,
And then I'm fine, but if you flip it, it says "Save Me."
oh, it says "Save Me." Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I see that.
And this is the tattoo that started the event. It's Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service. It was her favorite anime.
So that was your first tattoo.
Yeah, my first tattoo for the event. She drew it, and then we colored it in and things. But yeah. And next year we're going to keep the rose, of course, Gigi, because it started the event. We do organ donation tattoo because she was an organ donor. She at least saved lives, and she is a hero in that aspect that she got to save so many lives with her organ donation. So we added that too as well. We'll be doing one for military as well, and we have some other ones like a music one and things like that. I'm so excited for next year. We have a new tattoo artist. They're also local for here. They're above Black Dog. It's Mobs Haven. So they will be working with us from here forth. I'm very excited with it.
Wow, I'm actually excited too. I've never been to any event like that, which I would be much interested. If God gives me life, I would love to be there that day,
Right.
and witness and see how people are doing tattoos, and because it will make me feel better. It will
It
make me
does,
feel
the
like,
environment, the whole vibe. Because even with our music and things like that, we have like Christian rap, blues rock, heavy metal. We have a collaboration of everything. Because with mental health, it's not conclusive to one person, it affects the whole community, from rich to poor to everyone.
that is true. So apart from doing the tattoos to spread awareness and having the meetings, the important meetings you have at the Black Dog Coffees, what other ways have you gone through to spread awareness? Do you go like to church and talk to people? Have you thought about that?
I haven't yet. I want to get to that. I want to do public speaking as well and share her story more and mine to help people. I've been journaling and stuff. I am a writer, so I'm in the process of trying to do that. I want to write a book eventually. I email people constantly sharing her story because at the event you get a swag bag and we have the silent auction. To get those things, we get donations from people all over. We've even had celebrities donate, and
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, Danny Trejo donated this year. Larry the Cable Guy, John Mellencamp. We had Indianapolis Indians tickets. The year before, we had the Cincinnati Reds donate. I mean, we have all these wonderful contributions from small businesses to big businesses. Like I said, everyone has a story, and mental health and suicide can be intertwined in it.
Wow, that's amazing, especially hearing those kinds of popular names,
Right.
involving to help. It's just something that shows progress in everything,
It does.
that you've done. Of course, again, like you, with these all the years you've done this, have you found any challenges in doing the activities? Or
For a while, it was venue because we had three different venues. The first one was at our previous tattoo shop. The second one was at Heartland Church. We had we did tattoos in a church, and this year we finally found our home, which is State Theater, and we are so happy and honored that they are allowing us to have this year after year. So that's a less stressor on it, is trying to find a venue. As for challenges, not really. I mean, I reach out to people. Sometimes they reach back out, or I don't hear from them, and it's fine. But we're doing good.
wow, that's amazing again. So how do someone or people, if they want to reach out to you, like do you have, apart from the number for the Cass County, like if somebody wanted to reach out to you to know how they would want to
They
connect?
can hit me up on my Facebook page or the Serena's Memorial Tattoo event page as well. I'm on both of those, or the Cache County Mental Health Initiative page. You can message me on any of those or any of my social media. I check it quite frequently, and I would be glad to help in any way possible.
Wow, that's amazing. That's an amazing thing. Have you thought also about like going in schools and talking to these
That
students?
is one of my goals, is to talk to students and things like that, to be more um, help them understand. Serena had an ongoing struggle with mental health. We've had her in mental health care since she was 9 years old. It started with abandonment issues with her father, who wasn't around until the last year she was here on this earth. So I understand that aspect, and how we need to reamp the mental health system, but that's going to take a long time. We want quality work, but in a short period because we're impatient. But I understand what it's like. Like my daughter, she was in and out of inpatient facilities. She had multiple attempts of suicide. But the last 2 years of her life, she seemed so together and fine, and you did not see the struggle you did the years before with the residential treatment inpatient. I think that all helped. What I think caused it was she lost her insurance and she couldn't
Oh,
get the coverage she needed. So, in mental health, it's hard to find that coverage. It's not as basic as physical health, which it should be just as equally concentrated, and we need just as much as with the physical is the mental.
that's so bad. That's so sad to hear, I feel like even the government itself contributes to people's suicide because how do you try
They
to,
don't have the programs we need.
they don't have the programs we need. And again, if any government official watches this video, of course, guys, we need assistance, especially with that. We are losing great people, we're losing amazing souls, for which if we had help, it would have changed a lot.
All we have here for mental health is 4C, which is a wonderful resource for the community, but we need more, especially with the growth that our community is getting. We need more mental health. And we need more, period, just because their caseloads are getting overwhelming and huge because of the epidemic suicide and untreated mental health illness is. So,
So what advice would you give to parents who are just starting parenting? Like, what are some of the advice would you give to them for their kids not to get into that journey, that road?
well, we can shield and put them in the bubble wrap as much as we can, but they're going to go through things that we might not know about. And all we can do is have a relationship with our kids. Like I try to with my son and my daughter, my remaining children, where they feel like they can open up to me and come to me. We don't keep secrets. You should never tell your child, we'll just keep that a secret because then they'll be more likely not to open up to you things for other reasons because they've been told by other adults. It's just a secret. You shouldn't do that. You should have open relationships with your kids and make sure that they know they can come to you for things.
Yeah, that's so important in life, because it helps these kids not to carry that burden. As an adult, you may carry some stuff, but for the kid,
You want to protect them from those things as much as possible. You can't from everything, but when things happen to them, you want to make sure they get the proper care and facilities that they need. Like after my son has depression and anxiety. As soon as he started showing symptoms of that, we got him into therapy and management that he needs. My youngest, she'll be 10 in February. As soon as she lost her sister, we started her in therapy. It wasn't really working for her, but a couple years later, when we came here, now she goes to therapy and things like that. So, and it helps her with her grieving and learning things. She is on the spectrum, she's autistic. So, it helps her manage emotions and things like that. 4C offers a whole bunch of programs through the school to help with mental health. They are a wonderful asset for this community, but we need more.
oh, that's true. So you have, was your daughter the first? Was she the first born? How many kids do
Yeah,
you
I
have?
have three. She is my firstborn. She's who made me mom.
Oh, oh, again, I'm sorry about that. So, how is your relationship with the two remaining?
We are very close. We have very good relationships for what my therapist tells me and stuff. We're very open with one another. We share, we laugh and tell jokes. My youngest, because she was only 5 when she lost her sister, she doesn't have very much of a recollection or memory of her. So I try to tell stories and tell her all the things I know, or if she asks questions, I let her feel open to grieve and things like that. I encourage their strengths and stuff. Both of them love art and they express themselves that way as well. We do things like that. We have family time a lot. We set aside and things. I just keep it open, keep the dialogue and the communication open with them.
That's a great thing. The young one, she doesn't experience that emotional stress a lot because
Right.
she didn't have the
She doesn't process it the way she
memory.
processes stuff like that, regardless she understands it or not. But yeah, to express herself, she struggles with that because she thinks out of the box. She doesn't think what we have stereotypically or atypically categorized things.
Yeah. So the you have a boy and a girl now.
Yes.
So the boy is the one facing depression and anxiety.
Depression, anxiety, but he's doing well with his med management and his therapy. He is active. He hangs out with friends and things like that, helps them. He has a lot of friends come over because they feel like my home is a safe space, which it is. I don't discriminate or all that. And we keep it open and help as many as we can.
Well, you've done a great role, like hearing your journey from the beginning to up to here where you are at, and the formation through which you're going through to avoid all this. It's such a tremendous job, you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Coming back to the tattoo situation, do you have specific tattoos you say that, okay,
A
these
set
are,
flash, yeah, a set flash because we want tattoos that don't take very long because of everyone coming through. And if we sit there and specify or give alterations, then it could take longer because they have to print out the sketch and everything like that. With the set flash and the set tattoos, we already have the stencils printed up, so it doesn't take a lot. It makes it more efficient.
that's a good thing too, because I was wondering, I was like, does someone just come and be like, okay, this is what I need?
Right, and it take like 6 hours,
6 hours,
and then
yeah.
use paid. No, it's the set flash. That for that reason, they're about 2 to 3 inches long. So, and a shop minimum, if you think about it, for any tattoo shop, it's like $100 an hour. So
That's
this
true.
they get a reduced rate. It covers the tattoo artist costs, and if they want to donate to the scholarship extra, then they're welcome to. That's why we also have the silent auction. All these proceeds go to Rena scholarship, but next year we're going to do things a little different. Not only are we going to do the scholarship, but a portion of the proceeds are going to Brady Ottinger's daughter Avalon. December 7th, we lost him. He was part of the band Forgotten Ashes. He was their bassist. So we lost a tribe member to suicide, and that's another one that I want to help and make sure that they're okay and share his story.
Wow. Yeah, I seen you post him on Facebook. He was one of the,
Band members in one of the bands that play for Arena Palooza.
oh, he faced suicide. He went like
December
suicide.
7th, yes.
So I'm so sorry about his family, the loved ones, and he had a kid,
Yeah, Avalon.
Avalon.
Yeah, we're
So,
arranging Christmas for her as well. We're also doing a shirt reprint of the Arena Palooza shirt, but the back is going to be tributed to him. We're looking for businesses to sponsor that shirt. So 100% of the shirt cost profits will go to that family for what they need.
for their Christmas
Yeah,
event and all. Yeah, I believe people in Logansport, if you're watching this, if you have a shirt printing business, you can reach out to Kaylee, and of course, I'll put some of her profile of her social media, so you'll be watching it on screen, and you can reach out to her and give out some help. You know, you're only not helping individual person, but you're helping thousands
family.
of people out there. You're helping to save a life that will save another life, because we don't know these people that
Right,
go through this. They are the doctors of tomorrow, you
exactly.
know, and being a doctor of tomorrow, you're gonna save a lot of lives, you
Gonna
know.
take your pain and make it into purpose.
That is true. So we need the help that you can offer. Reach out to her. She can tell you more about that, and again, I appreciate for that amazing work you're doing. what advice and what would you want to tell the people of Logansport? Like any special message?
If you need anything, reach out. I will do my best to try and find you the resources and direct you where you need to go. Regardless, it has to do with mental health or suicide prevention, but usually most things go hand in hand. When you struggle financially, it can cause mental stress, like you said, or when you are struggling physically, like I have a bunch of disabilities and things like that, and it affects my mental health. It goes hand in hand. So if you need any resources or help, please reach out. I'll be glad to direct you or help you in any way I can.
So I'm sorry again to ask this. You say you have physical
I
disabilities.
have
Like are they caused by like accidents or like
I
domestic
have
violence?
I have nerve damage, bulging disc, torn vertebrae. I also have Hashimoto thyroiditis, which is an autoimmune disease. I have my mental health issues, which is bipolar, anxiety, depression, and PTSD because of things I went in the past. I have been involved in domestic violence situations. Um, and other things. I was in the military growing up. I just was not kind to my body, and it
Uh,
withstand a lot of traumas that I'm dealing with now.
yeah, again, let me pass out this message out there, especially for let me say men and women, especially in marriages, relationship. I'm a big person that does not. I hate domestic violence. I believe most times it's good to communicate than fighting.
Right,
Yeah.
sit down.
Why do you beat someone? Why do you have to exchange blows? What are you trying to prove? I believe a man who beats up a woman is not a man. I believe that's not a man enough.
No.
And I do not have any respect for a man who beats up a woman. I don't even see myself like even raising my hand to a woman. I feel
Right.
that I actually also have I have also anxiety. Like I go through medication
Uh
actually.
huh.
Yeah, but I think that would raise my anxiety more. Uh, to ever think that I even pushed a woman. Like I
Right.
feel like and for women out there, if don't fight a man. Don't fight a man. At least try to find help. Try to talk to people.
Find another outlet.
Yeah, find another outlet. Find help. Uh, don't fight. All in all, just don't fight. Communicate. Talk to people. Find help. Yeah, I just felt like I said that I don't. That's one of the things I hate in my life. I grew up watching people fight, especially parents.
Hmm.
So that tortured me mentally, which I wouldn't want to put through a kid.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
It causes trauma. And
that's
it with children, they're so impressionable, and seeing those things in their home, in their household, they carry that with them. They think that's how it is, that it's a normalcy, and it's not.
it's not. Yeah, it's not normal for a man to be a woman. It's not normal for a woman to be a man. So it's because you're all adults. You're not gonna beat somebody to teach them how to do things, but you can talk to someone and try to change their minds and try to show them the right way. So again, domestic violence, I highly condemn that. Is something that we take these things for granted. Like we look at kids, like even if a kid, once a kid is like 3 years, 4 years, they
Hmm.
can remember
Yes, I
and
agree.
they recognize things they
Hmm.
witnessed when they're kids. They grow
Right.
up with them.
Yes.
So we don't usually think about that. So we do whatever we do without taking time to think, without taking time to know, like, hey, I'm doing this. There's a kid watching. Is it what you would love? Is it what you would love for your kid to grow up with? Something like that,
A positive environment instead of them witnessing abuse or verbal abuse and emotional abuse are also contributing key factors, and they're not given the right things they need, and so then struggles in life, and it becomes more overwhelming and harder for them to overcome because of environment's everything. That's where we thrive and live, and you have to surround yourself with as much positivity and things like that.
That is so true. Yeah. So that's one of the things I condemn in my life. I just feel bad, especially when I see, because I don't drink, but when I
Right,
go like to the bar to play pool, I see like a man trying to harass a woman or beat up a woman. Yeah,
right,
that I don't want to be around that thing because it raises my anxiety, makes me feel emotionally stressed.
right.
So that's why I always condemn it. Like I'd be like, how on earth do you feel like fighting a woman, especially a
And it
woman
could be because of the way they grew up
they
and they
grow up?
saw that as a normalcy.
I think that's something also the city or the government needs to go through and put a lot of education for people out there.
Exactly. For parenting, yeah. And
Yeah,
we don't have a guideline or book. We just learn as we go, and we make mistakes. Not We're not perfect, but we should learn from those mistakes and gravitate to being better. And instead of each child being in an individual box and having certain goals, they're all different. Every child is different. My son's transgender. He was born female, but he identifies as male. He doesn't fit in the conform box society has, and he should be able free to express
free.
himself.
Yeah,
My daughter is autistic, so she has different guidelines and ways I have to parent her. Just like my oldest, she was an adult. That's a whole different ball game.
that is true. Yeah, you should let people express themselves the way they feel free. The way they would love to express themselves. You should let them. You should accept everyone the way they come to you. As long as they did not offend you, they did not harm you.
Right.
You gotta let everyone.
To each their own.
Exactly. But we are these days. The world of these days is too much judgmental.
It is.
We judge a lot
Society does. We put us
without knowing
right.
the root cause. Like we need to know, like before you even judge someone, you're not even supposed to judge someone, but you need to understand the journey of someone before you even make a comment, before you even make a negative comment or judge someone.
Exactly.
We need to follow up and be like, why is this person uh, acting
Ask
this way?
questions. Just ask questions. That's all you have to do. Most people are very open and honest about it so they can educate you. We want to educate people. I want to educate people about mental illness or involvement in LGBTQA or with autism. I love helping people, and it's also nice when you meet someone that has those common things or been through that. So it's another resource for you. It's another person to rely on. And you're not going to know that unless you ask questions.
That is so true. Again, let's accept people the way they come. As long as they're not offending us, they're not harming us. Just accept everyone and let them feel comfortable. Let them feel at home. The world is a better place if we all have positive minds. If we all accept each other for who we are. So let's try to have more of a positivity than negativity, because positivity also helps a lot fighting
Mental
mental
health.
health, but a lot of negativity, they press the heart.
Yeah, it causes a stigma with it. And that's what we need to erase. We need to erase the stigma with mental health. We should be open about it and not fear consequences. Just like with my son when he came out and with the way society's going, it's a fear. It's a fear to come out and be yourself because the consequences, like you said with the domestic violence, there's violence groups that are against people with different disabilities or different views on how they want to be, like if they're trans or gay or queer or whatever they are.
That is true, and we have no right to judge our fellow humans, because tomorrow you don't know who your son is going to be, you don't know who your daughter is going to be, or your grandkids, you don't know who they're going to be. So you're going to be the same grandfather, grandmother that is treating other people in a harsh way, but then you don't know your family, what's gonna happen to them in future. They may be treated the same way, then you learn in a hard way. You don't need to learn like that, you know. So
they don't need to be in the same environment that you might have provided for them if it was violent or not in a positive way. You want to break generational cycles. Every parent and every generation has things that they should have done better, and if you know what those are, you are the person to stop that.
that is true. I agree with you so much on that. And I hope again people get to learn from this message you came up to raise here. And I'm hoping to continue seeing you again
Yes.
later. Like if you have any, like I would love to come and watch one of your organization, like
the meetings. Yeah, you're more than welcome. Anyone is in the community. We need more volunteers and more people in our community to participate so we can grow and we can offer more resources. We have a lot of ideas, but it's just finding the funding and getting there.
And you said it. Uh, does it happen within the shop of the Black Dog
Yeah,
Coffee?
we sat and we have drink, coffee, and we talk and we stick to our agenda, what we need, but we also talk to each other about what's going on in our lives and, vet and listen. It's a great vibe, and there is people from all over. We have people that work for the domestic violence. I have my best friend and Vice President Angela DiDomenico. She lost her son 3 months after I lost my daughter.
Yeah, I know her on Facebook. Yeah, I tried actually. I sent her a message if you can reach out to her.
Yeah, I'd be glad
Angela,
to.
if you're watching this, I wanted to have a conversation with her about her experience too.
Right. And then Alicia Byers, she's a part. She lost her brother. She's also very active in the church. She is a great photographer. She is like our little personal photographer. She also does another business as well where she makes shirts and tumblers and things like that. I mean, she's just got her hands all over in the community and doing so much good work. And then we have John Timmons. He's more of a silent person, but he is very active with things and helping with our community as well. And when I reached out and touched base in our group chat, we have a lot more members coming this next month for our meeting. So if you don't want to feel awkward, come with the new people here in January. And so you'll blend right in. It'll just be another new person and another new face to be a part.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any other message for your team, the people like the Angelas and others?
Very proud of you guys. You keep doing the work you're doing, and I hope we all can make a difference.
That is so true. Yeah, I would be very happy to meet a few of them and know about them.
Yeah,
I know how they're coping up with life. Because when I look at their posts, like on Facebook, I can feel their pain. Yeah,
and you can see the empathy as they intertwine with other people.
That is true. So that's what we need in our community. Like we need people like you. We need people that are bringing more positive.
I agree.
Because positivity make the community grow.
It'll spread like wildfire.
That is true.
More people want to be somewhere that's positive than in a negative space.
That is 100% true. And again, I appreciate for your time.
Thank you.
Showing up, meeting me, and sharing your story. It's just an amazing thing. Of course, again, especially the people in my community of Logansport, Indiana, I continue to encourage you guys subscribe on my YouTube channel because it gives me more energy, more motivation to look for people like Kaylee to come and share their stories, And if you're watching this on Facebook, of course, I would love for you to share it. The more you share it, is the more it comes closer to the person going through the same situation, which could help and save their life. Uh, do you have any closing remarks you wanna do, or you're good?
I'm fine.
No, you're fine.
I'm fine.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to continue watching again. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I'm so happy.